Okay. Hello, welcome to the session. VRIT. Today is the November 11th. The time here is 4:17 p.m. PST. So from continuation of the last three sessions, in continuation, so we will cover the document types, number ranges, the field status variants. We already covered this.
Yes.
Tolerance groups and posting keys and what they are. Okay, great. So we talked about the global settings. Okay, global settings, the global parameters in the configuration where we define all the global parameters for your company. Okay, so for example, here we are right. So what's my company? Again, company is a group. Okay, the company code is assigned to the company, and a fiscal year variant, and my posting period variant, and field status variant. So there are other information as well. If you have a country chart of accounts, we discussed this yesterday. You can put this here.
True.
And then what else? Credit control area. Once you go into the credit control area, you can have this here. And then if the company code is productive, which means once the company is go live, okay, you can set this as productive. Now we are doing all the configuration, right? Once it's productive means it's already in operation.
Okay.
You can do this. The external company code means the system actually, the operation is not in SAP. We just create this as a template, but the information is coming from outside the system. For example, in a big companies, they have multiple systems. So like big companies like Nestle and Coke, they keep on acquiring companies, right? They keep on going and acquiring companies. That company could be running in different systems.
Right.
They only take the data from that system and upload into SAP as a trial balance. However, when they have to do this, they also have to have a company code in SAP, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
So in order to identify this external company code, I really do not know what exactly it does by ticking this or by checking this or not checking this. And obviously you can press F1, function help. So select this indicator to define the specified local company code as an external code. This is only necessary if you're using document entry function for external SAP systems. Okay, just forget this, thank you. Okay. Now the document entry screen variant, let's say when you're entering we did FB01 posting, right?
Yeah.
If you go to FB01, there's a lot of fields out there, right? Getting confused. So you want to create a small, screen. You can do that too. Okay. So there's a lot of things here. So, proposed fiscal, I have never seen people using this quite actively. All these buttons. Okay. They are just nice to have. I'm pretty sure they have different world once you open it, but let's not get there. Okay, great. Activate cache management, CM, all this stuff. Okay. So with that, we're going to go into document types and number ranges. Okay. The reason I actually ask you guys to post a document is, so you would be knowing now when you post a FB01 document. Okay. And like I told you, this is called header. Any document you post in SAP will have a header. Okay. And then line items. Okay. Why? So what is importance of any documents, material document or any ledger document or goods issue, good receipts, whatnot, any document you post in SAP will have a header data and a line item data.
Okay.
Okay, the reason is header data will have all the common fields, all the common data, common relevant data for all the line items. For example, you have AT&T bill. You take AT&T bill will have this header data, right? Which means it will have your customer number, name, address, and they all doesn't change. The entry date, the purpose of visit, everything doesn't change. Who served you, right? Even if you go to restaurant, they will have header. It doesn't change. It's a common data. Now underneath you will have individual itemized line items. Correct?
Yes.
Phone data, raw data, text data. This is the individual items. That's called individual line items. So similarly, anything in SAP will have a header data and line item data. So line item could be like 100, 2,000, 200, 300 line items, blah, 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 like a big laundry list, right? But header data will be just one because it's common for all the line items. Now, why it's so important, right? Because in SAP, they all store in two different tables. Any document you post in SAP as of ECC 6 version. Now we are learning ECC 6 version.
Okay.
Not HANA. I'm sure Kevin probably learned something in HANA.
Did.
Right. So this data will store in a different table. This data will store in a different table. That's important. For example, for financial accounting, BKPF, that's a table name which stores all the header data.
VKPF.
Yes, BKPF.
BKPF. Okay.
Okay. How do you access the table? By using transaction code SC16N.
Yes.
SC16N. So
But you said we don't have access to that, right? All the time?
exactly. Not all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You would not have access, and the reason is because you can. Once you have access, you are just open.
Okay.
You can pretty much find out anything anytime you want about anything, right?
Okay.
Got it.
So that's why this table access is, it's very nobody will have access. It's very controlled, especially in production system.
Got it.
Correct. So they will not have access, but in some companies they do. In some companies they give, based on restricted access, like they give you for like especially for a week, 2 weeks if you're working on a project. That's one scenario. Number two, if you really have a super user, if you are a very strong guy, wherever I work, I usually try to get all the access as possible so that, people will come to you, right?
Okay.
So this is the table for BKPF where all the header information is stored. If you look at this guy here, company code, document number, fiscal year, document type, posting date, period, so all these are coming from the header information because they're common.
Got it.
Now, if you go to the line item table, which is BSEG, okay, this is a line item accounting document segments. This is all the line item gets stored. Okay.
Okay.
So if you look at the line item segments, if you say this is common fields again, company code, document, fiscal line item, but here, from the line item, this all a line item table, line item information, right? Tax code, amount in local currency, because amount would not be in the header data, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The GL account would not be in the header data, right?
True.
The posting key would not be there. So similarly, this is very important. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So before you go to your first job, you should remember at least 30, 40 tables. I usually say 50, 60 tables, but my expectation has come down recently. So 30, 40 tables you should know. Remember.
Okay.
So I can share this with you. SAP table relation. This is pretty old, but again, the base is the same.
Okay.
This is the master data tables. Okay. This is FICO table mapping. So your guru, BKPF, okay, and BSEG. How they are connected and how they are linked and all this stuff. Then similarly for accounts payable, you have vendor general data, company code data. These are the table names: LFA1, LFBK, LFB5, LFB1, LFM1, LFM2. Okay.
Okay.
So and so on. So you should remember them, all the table names. Okay.
The table names are the table codes, I guess.
The name of you can yes now you're right. Sorry, take it back. Thanks for correcting it. Not the name of the tables. Well, the code.
Okay.
Yeah, CEPC is a profit center master data table.
Got it.
CSKS. Okay. So that's how you remember the table names.
You mean the transaction codes, right?
No, these are tables, not transaction codes.
Okay.
Yeah. Transaction codes are different.
Different. Okay.
The transaction codes is like a command prompt, which actually directly takes you to the selection screen.
Got it. Got it.
But the tables are on the back end where they get stored.
Got it. Got it.
So Jay, when we, by knowing this, I mean, how is this information called upon? Would we actually pull this table, or is it a part of the standard procedure? Or how does
yeah, good point. So most of them, they have a report, standard reports, where the reports will generate information out of these tables. Okay. Most of the time, they all have a reports, standard reports. Okay. They will, for example, now he posted some information. Okay. So let's do FPL, I guess 3N, I think. So the company code 333, this is a very basic report where you can see all the information. Okay. For example, whatever the documents we posted, we could find from here, all the documents we posted. The list being generated. Okay. 397 line item displayed. this is one standard report. So you can pretty much, there are a lot of reports available in SAP. But sometimes what happens is you may want to, the report, you may want to, compare two reports. You may want to club two reports, right? Then you have to go to the table, download the table, and, use Excel to VLOOKUP and combine them information. Okay. And sometimes like configuration data will not be in report, right?
Okay.
Because configuration, users does not want this. You are not going to report to anybody, right?
True.
This is a financial information you report. So you have reports. But when you set up a company code, that's just a configuration data, right? The accountants or nobody wants to use it. Nobody wants to report to somebody, right?
True.
But it's for a developer, a consultant, just in case you wanted to verify some information, instead of going to the, let's look at this guy. One easy example, OB52, okay. So why, do you know why I'm getting this error?
Maximum of sessions reached.
So you can only have 6.
6 sessions.
Exactly. Yes. So because I already have 6 sessions, right? So right here, I'm going to use, let's say OB52. See, this guy has like 338 entries. Okay. So what I can do is, I can download this, and if I want to analyze something, I can just download it, go to the table. I think the table name is T001B. I may be wrong. Okay. Right. And then I have a different, I have one other video, how you can find the table names.
Okay.
That you can watch it. So how do you find the table name, right? Now this is the data, it's stored somewhere. How do you find the table name? That's a video that you can watch, and it's pretty, it's easy to understand. Now if I wanted to download this into Excel and all this stuff, maybe I can, but easier thing is you can go to, you can download this into spreadsheet, all this you can do, but sometimes you can also go to table and download the information. Okay. So it's very important to know, to summarize, it is important to know the table names. And then the most of the reports will have the information, which means you don't need to have access. That's how the users, right, run the reports and get the information. But it is very helpful if you have access to the table as a consultant, right? You can go to multiple places and do some analysis.
Got it.
Okay, great. Now, without talking further, let's go into document types and number ranges. Okay.
Jay, one quick question.
Please.
We can get the the tables from the transport request, right? We can.
Yeah, but only when you make it changes, right?
Only when
transport request is after the fact, which means when you make it changes, then you get the transport request. Then it has a table name.
Yeah. Yes.
But if you don't make any changes at all, but you want to know the table name, how would you get it, right?
Got it. Okay.
So for example, document type, I think the table name is NRIV. Number ranges are NRIV. Document types are T030, I think. Okay. Or T001. So, I know this. So one point of time, that's how you have to know the table names.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay. It's very useful knowing the table names, right? Okay. Let's go to the document types and number ranges. So what is document type? Okay. So I'm going to go to the configuration. So what is a document type? So why we have document types? So for example, when you go into posting into SAP, okay. So let's say FB01. No, sorry, FB01. So why do you need to have this document type?
It's further categorizes the document. I guess the header. Yeah. Right.
So it's basically the nature of the transaction, right?
Yes.
The document type determines what I'm trying to do. What is the nature of the transaction? Number two, what account it's impacting. Am I posting to fixed assets? Am I posting to vendor, customer, or general ledger accounts or materials, right?
Okay.
Number two. Number three, it also determines the number ranges. Okay. So here, if I run this report here, so great, I posted this document. I click on the header. So this header information, I posted the document. 1 second. Yeah, a guy just started his project today in Apple. He's calling me. He just first day.
Okay.
Uh, right. So why? By the way, so he's not a guy. He's not a guy. He's my employee. Sorry. So good receipts. It is a good receipt document. Okay, we posted a good receipt document, right?
Okay.
Now this is the document type. Now with this document type, if you look at this, it also has a number. Whenever you post a document, it generates a number range. It generates a number. Okay, where's the number? Here.
The key. Got it.
Reference key. So reference key is a combination of document number, posting period, and fiscal year.
Okay.
Because it's
Right.
posted into, actually not. Why it's posted? It says period is 3. Excuse me. Okay, so let's not look. Yeah, see here. I'm sorry. The document is here. This is document number 5052. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you post a document SAP, it has to have a document type. Okay. The document type determines what you're posting into. Are you posting into a customer, vendor, fixed assets, or materials, and so forth and so on.
Mhm.
Second thing, it also determines the number range, because it's very important, right? If you're posting something, it has to have a number,
True.
right? A sequential number. So similarly, like GL accounts, you have a range of numbers, right?
Mhm.
For each expense is this range. Cost, expenses, income in this range, assets is this range, liabilities is this range. Similarly, document types will also have a number ranges specified by nature of the transactions.
Okay.
Okay, so document type is very important. So document type controls number ranges, and document type controls what account type we are going to post. Okay,
Okay.
great. And the basic, like ABC of SAP is account types. So we have 5 account types in SAP. And Anila, you know what they are, right?
Account types.
No, you know this. Don't flip the pages. You know it.
Okay. Is account. It's account groups itself, right?
No,
Put
today
together.
morning I showed you the account types, ADMKS.
Oh yes. Assets.
Mm-hmm.
Customers,
Mhm.
the creditors,
Mm-hmm. Suppliers.
suppliers,
Mhm.
ATM,
M for materials.
M for materials. Okay.
S for general ledger.
Okay. Yeah. S for general ledger.
Right? So let's go into the document types. So here, define document types. I'm sure there's a transaction code that Anila would let us know. Sorry, it's OBA7.
Okay.
Okay. So, they have, how many document types are here?
Quite a lot.
Here, 59.
59. Yes. Okay.
Right? So 59 document types are here. The reason I was asking is, you should be very familiar with the screen. Okay, when you go in there, first thing, right? You can scroll and you cannot count this, right? It's going to take some time. You can also print this, click on the print preview, then it's going to, bring all this information. Okay. Here, it doesn't show you anything, right? It just says 2 columns. If you try to print preview, it has more information. Where they're coming from, right?
True.
Right.
So you just have to double click. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So all this, becoming very familiar in all the screens and navigating, it gives you more confidence, right?
Yeah, it
Yes.
does.
Right. So let's take a look. We posted, what document have we posted yesterday? Okay, SA. Right? We posted SA document type,
SA,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go and open this SCA document. Okay.
Mhm.
See, look at this. Look at this SCA document type. Okay. Its number range is 01.
Mhm.
Okay. What is number range? It's just an interval. Okay. Number range. And then what is a reverse document type? When the document is reversed, it picks up this document type.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So did you work on the reversal, Afsal? Afsal?
Yes, I did. But there is some questions.
Okay. Oh, you didn't post at all, right? Did you post, but did you reverse it? I didn't see you reversed it.
Reverse, but I couldn't do it.
Okay. When did you know that you couldn't do it?
Mm, Saturday.
Right. Sunday, Monday. Okay. So there's authorization group, right? So you can specify which group of people can use the document type.
Okay.
Okay. And then here, this is a very important piece. Account types allowed. Okay. Why it's so important, right? So because you don't want to use any document type used for almost all the account types. So you have to specify. For example, if you're posting an invoice document will be used only for vendors, because incoming invoice. So outgoing invoice, you can only post for customer, right? Fixed assets, you can specify, this document type I can only use for fixed assets, so that you can actually have a clear category. And then when you have a clear category, you assign a different number range. By looking at the number range, you will know what document it is. By just looking at the number, I would know, oh, this is a invoice. This is a customer invoice. This is a vendor invoice. This is a material document, right? Make sense? No?
Yes.
Exactly.
Right? So again, if you look at, holistically, SAP is all about just common sense, right? Assigning here, mapping here. That's all. Okay? Right. So this is important. Control data, you can park this for now, okay? Or you can do it later. And then, required during document entry. This was an interview in Apple. Somebody asked me this question.
Oh,
First time ever. I didn't know this. Obviously, I Googled it and found out.
Okay.
The fields, yeah, we'll get there. So at the document type level, if you wanted your reference number to be mandatory, you can click here. Document edit text is mandatory, you can click here. Okay. Right. So, yeah, we will cover that all this later. Okay. Great. So that's how you define the document type. Now, where the number comes from, right? So if you look at this guy here, obviously we posted some documents, FB01, if you go here, who posted, let's bring the layout. I'm going to change the layout. This is how you change the layout, because SAP stores a lot of information. When you post a document, there's a bunch of information.
That's ascending and descending, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorting. Yes, you're right. So I'm going to find the username. Okay. Who posted this document? So I'm going to get the username. So I'm going to bring this to the left side into my report copy. So it will come in my report username. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to again do it this way, ascending order, so that I find who is this person? Okay, no. Oh, this is Afsal, sorry. Okay. See, this is company code 333. When you posted SCA document type, it took number 8, 9, 14, 10, 7, and so on. Okay. Where they come from? Okay, where they come from. Now, what if for example, if the same 333 company code, the document type KR will have a different number range, 2000 or 20,000. And WE, which is for good receipts, will have a 5 series number. See? And the KR, which is for vendor invoice, has a 2 series number, right? RE is for billing for the customer invoice. It has a number 6 range, right? Now, by looking at the number range, the opening, just looking at the number range, I know what type of document it is, right? Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Right. So where it's coming from? Let's take a look. Right. So like I said, I went to SCA here. This is SCA is assigned to number range 01. Okay, now this is called number range. Now it has to have interval. Number range is 0, 1, but it has to have interval from and to. That's called interval, right?
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
Range.
So I'm going to, this is company code specific. I'm going to put 333, display interval. So here, so for 0, 1, 1 to 999.
Got it.
Got it.
For 2018 though, because this is number, this is year specific.
Okay.
But for 2019, it's the same thing, 1 to 999. Okay.
Okay.
So similarly, they create multiple number ranges and create the intervals and then assign to the document types. So whenever I post a document type, the document type will come and say, look for the number range here and then get the interval from here.
Okay.
Okay. And then system would know what's the last number range used.
Right.
It says number range status. It's used 2017, sorry, 2016. The next number would be 17.
17.
Right? So if you go back to my report here, let's say I'm filtering by as A. Can I do by sort, by ascending order? I go all the way down. For all the SA document types, I posted until 26. We posted, somebody posted until 26. That is the status it's showing here.
Okay.
If I post next document type, what number I will get?
27.
Correct. And this will change. Okay. So
Right.
that's where, yeah, that's how the number ranges are. But document types are very important. Document types control what account types you can post to, and then it also controls what number range it picks up from.
Got it.
Right now, excuse me. Now you can create more number ranges. So what did I do? Again, in SAP, it's all create, change, display.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right? So you can, if you look at this, it gives an overview of all the number ranges. Just click here, the moon over the mountain. Okay, they call it moon over the mountain, right?
Yes.
So I call it moon over the mountain. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called I think it's called overview. Yeah. Yeah. So moon over the mountain. If you click that moon over the mountain, you will get this number range statuses. Okay. You can download it to SAP. You can download it to Excel. Okay. Now you can copy also from company code to company code. See, this is what people usually do. When I'm setting up new company code, very simple. I copy from company code to company code. So all the number ranges will be copied. Okay. Correct.
Makes sense.
And then similarly, another thing is, let's say I told you this is year specific. So if I go here, this is year specific, right?
Right.
So which means 2020, let's say I'm closing the books in January 31st, 2019. And then from 1st of January, my documents will not work because there's no number range here, right?
Right.
Because the year is specific. On 1st of January, somebody goes, my accountant goes and posts a document, she won't be able to post.
Right.
Because the number ranges will be missing, right? So
right.
let's try that. See, for example, so I'm going to post to 2020 here. Document date is the same. So posting period is not open. You know, I think we have to open this. Yeah, so if the posting period is open, system would say, oh, you know what? This number range is missing because for 2020, that is not maintained yet. Right? We can try that. OB52. No, I don't want to try that now. Okay. So what they do again, they copy from year to year. So they don't have to recreate all this, right? It takes time.
True. Yeah.
It takes maybe like 20 hours or, you know, to recreate them. So the best thing is they just copy from year to year. There's a transaction code, I believe, it's called FBN1N. You can copy from, no, it's actually OB, something related, something. Wait a minute. F/FBN1. Oh, this is number range maintenance. I think it's OBH3. I think OBH3 maybe. Oh, sorry. /N OBH2 maybe. Yeah. Oh, I still remember. See, copy to fiscal year. So you put this company code 333. I'm going to copy all the number range from 1 to 999 or ZZZ, okay, from 2019 to 2020. Okay, if I do that, so all the number ranges, existing number ranges will be copied over to next year so that I don't have to do anything. Okay. It did not copy over because I'm blocking the screen, but if I exit the screen here, now I can try. Okay, so I'm going back here. So all this thing they will do during the year-end close activities.
Okay.
OBH2. So from 2019 to 2020, I'm going to copy all the number ranges. You are changing your settings, confirm, yes. Only these are number ranges, these are the ranges created for 2019. So they are copied to 2020. Okay, so we can go back and verify here. So I'm going to go here, number range information, 333 company code, interval, see, 2020, copied because 18 is 2019. It's copied over from 2019. Similarly, 20 is copied over here, 21 copied over, then 2019 copied over to 20, right?
Right.
So that's why you copy over. So you don't really necessarily create them all over. It will take a lot of time. Okay, so, but again, like I said, if you're joining an implementation project, then you will do all this. Most, like I said, I think early from, you will be most likely working on enhancement or, production support. This is all done by your ancestors. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
Okay, you can just simply thank him and continue working. But if you want to just for training purposes, you want to create it, you can create it. So, okay, so here, click yes, new inserted line. I'm going to create 01. Okay, let's say 19. Let me create 03 or 03 2019. Now here's the tricky part. Okay, when you create a number, it should not overlap.
Right.
Because it cannot overlap. That's very important. So typically what you have to do is you have to take an Excel spreadsheet, okay, put all the number ranges without any overlap, then you come and maintain them here.
Okay.
Okay, so for 3, let me take this 3 series, the series. 399. See, enter interval without overlap because this is already there somewhere. Okay, it's somewhere. Yeah, it is somewhere there. That's why system is telling you. We can look at this, right? 18, 20, 21, 53. So we can look at this table, FPN1 and no. The table is NRIV. So NRIV 2019 333, I believe. Yeah, the 3 guy is somewhere here, I think. Why I'm not able to create this 6 series. 3, I'm creating 30,000. Yeah, it's already there. See, 30,000 is already there. What I can do, I can put 1 here. Okay. Now it will go through. See, it's taken in. Like it cannot have an interval overlapping. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So now, I don't like 0, 1. I don't like, actually, as a matter of fact, in an actual company, you will not have the number range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't look good, right? You rather have 15 million, right? 150,000, something like that. 150,000, something like this, right? 1.5 million. You don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't look. It looks like a school kid. Okay, so you have to maintain a range like this. See,
Got it.
because it has what, 8 digit, 10 digit, 12 digits, make use of them.
Okay.
So next time, let's say I don't want this numbering. I want to change the number. What should I do? Next time when I post, I don't want this 26. I want something else. What should I do?
Let's see here. Are you putting on a different? So if you don't want 20's the document
Add
number.
zeros
Zero where?
in the front and
Here?
no. Before 26, you can add 3 more zeros or something like that. And then after that, not
No.
sure.
Look at this guy here, right?
Yeah.
Currently, 01 is assigned. Okay. So
Okay.
01 is assigned to 1299999. So it's taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What if I change the number to 9 series? 90009999. Okay.
Got it. Mhm.
Then the number range will be starting from 9000, right?
Yeah.
That's
okay.
number. Or what I can do, I can assign, say 21. I can assign where? I can assign 21 here. See, my number at 21 looks much better, 5001.
Yeah.
Or I can assign 51 here, right? Then my next number will be 51. It takes from here.
Got it.
Got it.
Six, my next, when I post the document, it will be 60055.
Okay.
So I wouldn't see this ugly 26 anymore, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
True.
So those are the actual real-time production support issues that you will face.
Okay.
This is the, when I touch the number range, it's a transport, it's a change,
Okay.
Okay, what I want you to do is, so this one you don't have to create. Document types, they have already 59, they're enough.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, nobody will create a new document type. You would not, okay, most of the time. The only thing is you have to understand the concept and play around with the number ranges.
Okay.
So far clear?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay.
And then the next one we go into field status variant. We saw the field status variant yesterday.
Yes.
Now go to tolerance group. What's called tolerance group? Okay.
Basically, under the transaction, if there is any difference in the amount,
Mhm.
so you can like tolerance, maybe 10%, like
Correct.
5%.
Right. Tolerance group. Yeah, you're right. So basically, when the users are entering the transaction,
Mm-hmm.
how much, to what extent, how much he can or he's authorized to post a transaction. Okay. So in a company, not everybody is allowed, right, to post. You know, some people are allowed to post only until, you know, $1 million, $500,000 based on their capacity, based on their level of control, level of responsibility, right? That's called tolerance group. Similarly, when they are giving a cash discounts or when they are clearing, for example, a customer has to pay, you know, $900,000. So he only pays, you know, $800,000, $99, something like that. Okay, $99,000, whatever it is. He pays $1,000 less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now am I authorized to clear that? Am I authorized to just write it off, right?
Right.
I may or may not be able to. So then I reach out to other person who may have a better, higher tolerance.
Okay.
Yes. So then we go to them. So based on the document type, it is controlled. Okay. Sorry, based on the user group, it is controlled. That's called tolerance.
Okay.
So where do we do this here? First of all, you define a tolerance group for employees. I create, you know what? I'm going to create a group. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to create a group, for example, 001. When I create the group, then here I mention what is the upper limit for posting procedures, how much they can post in the document. Okay. And how much open item they can post. What's the open item is, I'll tell you. Okay. How much open item they can post, which means the line item posting, right? And then similarly, how much cash discount they can offer.
Okay.
Okay. And you know, what's the payment differences in terms of revenue? How much is this? In terms of expenses, how much is this? What's the percentage? And what is the cash discount adjusted to? Okay.
Okay.
So this is how you create a group first. Then once you create a group, then you assign employees. Okay, XYZ. Hey, this guys, I know this guys, assign this to this group. Make sense?
True.
Okay.
So first thing, you create a group and then you assign the users to the group.
Okay.
So see, assign user tolerance groups. Okay, so somebody created, this is a username. Okay, they assign to the group. This is the groups. Okay, I'm assigning Hemant Shah 1000, which means he's allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can also create, you can do this. Okay. Define tolerance group and assign some users here.
Okay.
Okay. So basically these are just numbers. These are just names. Doesn't matter. It doesn't validate. You can put, whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, but this is a defined. This all defined. Right? They create this as a configuration. The group is a configuration, right? The usernames you can put whatever you want. Like, make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So we covered this tolerance and user what do you call this tolerance group, and then assign to the employees. Great.
Mm-hmm.
The next is posting keys. Okay. So when you post a document, when you post a document in SAP, so we all know we used a posting key, right?
Yeah.
So this look at this guy here. This is the line item report, and I have a posting key here.
Okay.
40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what is posting key is for? The posting key determines
Credit and
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Right. See,
Debit. Yes.
the posting key determines whether it's a debit or credit.
Yeah.
But why don't they just say debit and credit? Why they have 40, 50? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they have more than 40, 50. They have more than just 40, 50. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if we go here, line items. See, controls, posting keys. Okay.
Okay.
So how many entries are here?
It's 19, but
Yeah, it doesn't show. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Sure.
They're not in a sequence anyways, right? So generally, again, the posting keys, you don't create them. It comes with SAP, right?
okay.
Mostly you will not create the posting keys because they have enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's say we are using 40. Okay. Let's use 40. Go to 40. Similar to document types, it also has the same function. Okay. It basically tells you so similar to document type, it also has what account type you can use. Okay. So when you're debiting something, what you can debit? GL account, customer, vendor, or assets or material.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And it's a debit or credit. It's very important, right? It's a basic thing.
Okay.
The reason why we use 40 because it says it's only for GL account.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's say if it take 31. 31 will be what? Debit or credit?
Credit.
Invoice, yeah.
It's just credit here, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only used for vendor.
Yeah.
So see here, because one posting key can be used only for one account type. You cannot choose multiple.
Right.
Got it.
Right? In document type, you can choose multiple, but in posting key, you can choose only one.
Okay.
Okay. It's a debit or credit and which account type you use. For 31, you have to credit the vendor.
Mm-hmm.
So when you use a posting at 31, that means system would know, a system will prompt you, boss, you're using 31. That means you are crediting a vendor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So similarly, yes.
That's automatically generated typically.
Not really. So you have to, well, if you're posting a manual journal entry like this, which you will select, right? If you post a manual journal entry, you will basically select. See here.
I got it.
You have to select it.
Right.
Okay. Now let's say see, look at this guy. This account, right? This account could be a GL account, could be a customer account, could be a vendor account.
Mhm.
Okay.
That is determined by the posting key.
Right.
Let's see.
Mm.
If I choose 40,
Debit.
I choose a 40, right? Now I'm searching an account here. The system will automatically show me,
Debit.
prompt me GL accounts. See here?
Mhm.
Because it's only allowed for GL account, right?
Okay.
Now, on the other hand, if I use 31, what will I see?
Credit.
Credit.
Yeah,
Vendor
but
credit.
Invoice.
vendor.
Vendor.
Yeah, vendor. Yeah.
See? Vendors.
Mm.
Okay, this is controlled by our good friend here. Okay,
Mhm.
if I use 50, I will see, sorry, if I use 70, I will find assets.
Okay.
If I use 70, system would say, hey, if you're using 70, wait a minute, it has to be fixed assets. And you are debiting it, debit asset.
Mm.
See, if I select something, it will be only for, see, it's showing only fixed assets.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the importance of the posting key, which means you don't, again, you don't have to create them. It's already there. The only
Right.
thing you should know is what is the importance of the posting key. So the standard ones, which everybody would know, is 40, 50, 70, 75, right?
Mhm.
And then 31, 29, 21, some of them people would know easily
Mhm.
because there's a standard, people always use them. For example, outgoing payment, you know this, use 05. Because if you use 05, it debits the customer, right?
Mhm. Right.
So incoming payment, it just right opposite, right? Incoming payment, see here, it credits the incoming payment. It credits the customer. Now, well, outgoing payment to the vendor, it debits the vendor and it posting key is 25, use 25.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's called posting key.
Okay.
Now we created the GL master record. The new GL document splitting, we will go there. Display balance all this. Before that, we have to cover one thing, open items. Okay. What's called open items? So let's do this. In SAP, very important, there's a concept called open item. Okay, that's an important concept in SAP called open items. What's open item? Anybody knows what? Can you just toss some ideas? What is an open item?
Items that are it's just still open invoices that still haven't been paid or.
Correct. You're right. Right. So open item, in SAP, they call it open items, a very important concept. I don't think they call them similar in Oracle.
Mhm.
When they say open, which means it's outstanding, not paid yet.
Got it. Mhm.
Okay. The customer open items, which mean you did not receive the payment yet from the customer.
Mhm.
Vendor open items, which means we did not pay yet to the vendor. And there is also called GL open items. Why GL open items? For example, we are still waiting for some offsetting line items to clear.
Okay.
So if you know what is called clearing function, okay. So before before we say the open items, we should also know the clearing function. What is called clearing function? Okay. So clearing function is basically when you have a credit line item, okay. When you have debit line item, credit line item, when the matching debit or creditor comes into the system and they get cleared.
Okay.
Okay, that's called clearing function. For example, very simple scenario is, so I should do this right here.
Manually, the clearing.
I mean, we always hear this word, right? Check is not cleared yet. Why they call it check is not clear? What does it mean check is not cleared yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the simple entry would be, for example, what's accounting entry when you, this is a common interview question. Tell me all the P2 procure to pay process accounting entries. OTC accounting entries. What is a OTC?
Order to cash.
Order to cash. What is P2P? Procure to pay, right?
Mhm.
This is a very basic accounting questions. If there's an Indian guy asking question, he would love to ask this question.
Okay.
Okay. So he will say, okay, tell me about all the accounting entries, for the procure to pay process. Then you open up and, keep saying the same thing. So let's say in this procure to pay process. So first thing, what happens first? You create a purchase order,
Mhm.
right? A purchase requisition, no accounting entries, purchase order, no accounting entries. And then first thing is you post a good receipts, right?
Mhm.
You post a good receipts, right?
Okay.
When you post a good receipts, what happened? You debit the inventory. Then you credit the GRIR. Okay, then you get the invoice receipt. When you receive the invoice, that is the time you credit the vendor, right? And then you debit the GRIR clearing. But does anybody know what's called GRIR clearing account?
No.
No.
Okay, so I'll have a separate session for this, okay? All the clearing functions. So now, the GRIR clearing is managed as an open item managed account. Why? I'll tell you. It's called open item managed account. Next, what happens? You pay to the vendor, right?
Mhm.
So when you pay to the vendor, you debit the vendor, credit the, what happened? Credit what? Clearing account.
Okay.
So when you pay to the vendor, right? You're debiting the vendor. Great. Now you're issuing a check to him. Okay.
Mhm.
When you issue a check to him, what happens? Nothing happens, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because the money is still in your bank account.
True.
The vendor guy did not receive the money yet. The check is in transit. Maybe it's going by a mail or going by, even the bank transfer or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Now this guy is going to the bank and put the check into the bank account. Until then, he still did not get the money yet. The money is still with me, right?
True.
Then the bank clear the check and gives the cash to the vendor.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we don't care because that's a vendor books, right? Now in my book, that is when my bank account goes down, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Correct? That's called check cleared. When the check cleared,
Wait.
my
Wait.
cash bank account will get credited because the cash is
Yes.
going down.
Yeah.
Maybe the check clearing account.
Mhm.
So basically what happens is the check clearing account is a temporary account. Okay.
Okay.
Where the items are just parked for future debit or credit matching entries come and clear this.
Mhm.
Not clear?
Mhm.
So what happens here is, right, after this, now, let's say this $100 check, you pay to the vendor $100. Now, $100, okay? It's $100, okay? If you do in the T, like a T, what's it called T, right? T accounts.
Mhm.
You know what you call T accounts, right?
Section.
Transit. Yeah, 2 accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
T account. Yeah, I can do this here. So in the T account, right, the credit goes here, debit comes here.
Right.
Correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
The credit goes here on the left side, debit comes on the right side. Left side, sorry. Anila, understand?
No, I'm still there. Yeah.
All right. So then if the debit and credit is the same, they knock off each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's called clearing.
Oh,
So basically, when you are paying to the vendor, even though you debited the vendor, in your books, you clear the vendor.
True. Yeah.
In your books, you clear the vendor, he's done. However, the check did not go to him yet, but the money is still with me. I'm just moving this into a temporary clearing account.
Got
Now the bank is saying that after a couple of days, the bank is saying, hey, you know what? I paid to this idiot. Now the check is cleared. Okay, now the bank account is going down in your books.
So it cancels off. Yeah.
Okay, exactly.
Mhm.
When the money, when the account, this is the entry, when the check is clear.
Okay.
So all these are done automatically by electronic bank statements.
Got it.
So the bank will send the electronic bank statement. Okay.
Mhm.
There's a different formats. They come in, there's the file that comes into post to SAP. Then it does all the magic thingy.
Okay.
Okay. So this is called open item manage. So we have to maintain this account as open item management account. So customer is open item, right? Vendor is open item. Similarly, GL is open item, and GR clearing is also open item.
Okay.
Okay. Why GR clearing is open item? I'll tell you. Now, how do we maintain this as an open item management account? So this is what, when we went to the GL master, when we created GL accounts, right?
Mhm.
Did we create one? Okay, not it. Open item manager.
Yeah.
Okay. So for this type of accounts where you clear day to day, okay, debit and credit, if there's a matching debit and credit, you clear. Okay. There's a matching debit and credit, you clear. Those accounts have to be open item manager accounts. When you do that, system will treat them as open item, which means system will wait for a matching item coming into the system and they clear.
Okay.
Okay, so we will get that part. But open data management is a very important concept, only available in SAP, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, I guess it's already 1 hour.
Mhm.
Any questions you have?
Mm.
Mm,
All right. So when it clears, if that open item management is checked, it automatically clears in the system.
Right. There's a we have to run the clearing program. That's called FTAR13. There's a transaction code, see automatic clearing. You can select here whether it's a customer or vendors or GL accounts. When you do
Okay.
that, system will take that the matching item from the vendor, matching item from the vendor line item. Let's say there's open item invoices, and there's a payment is been made. It both remains open.
Mhm.
Okay, when you run this function, they find the matching line item and let it clear.
Got it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So when we go to the accounts receivable, accounts payable, because now we are still doing all the basic GL settings. When we go into the accounts payable, accounts receivable, we will apply the functionality of open item management.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, if you see, so parking, hold, accrual, different interest calculation, all this, you can linear sold, intergroups. Yeah, the next thing we will do is in a little bit of customer account groups, master data creation, vendor master data creation, customer master data creation, and then right away we can go into lots of postings. So my training is, I just go over this. I don't stick to this. Okay, I don't sleep on this. I have a different training which is close to my heart, and then which I think that's what everybody should learn. So,
Okay.
which is right here. Let me show that here. So it's still opening. So this is my training content, okay, which is basically like more on the real-time scenarios.
Okay.
Okay, like whatever you will learn today, right?
Mhm.
You may not have an opportunity to create a posting key, document type, all this stuff. And I'm pretty sure. Fiscal year
Okay.
variant. I never created one fiscal year variant in my life.
Oh my
Not
God.
even company code. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
But they're base.
Of course. Yeah.
Right. I even don't teach them, but people are blaming me for many times. So I'm actually covering that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm straight away going to this, the purchase order creation and, real time, like problem solving and things like this.
Okay.
So once I finish that in next 2-3 sessions, I'll go into this.
Okay.
Okay. This is more interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I want to do is, you guys going to continue post, create GL accounts. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. And then once you post GL accounts, Anila, you did not post you just posted one document. You'll continue posting them. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And then you did not finish your account groups or GL account creation, which you will continue doing it.
Okay. Mhm.
And then upsell both you and then and also for all of you, what I want to do is I actually gave upsell to do this. So once you post to the FB01 document, okay,
Mhm.
you know FB01 is for creation, FB03 is for change, FB03 is for
Display.
display.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is, now you created them, I wanted
Okay.
to go and change the document. Okay. Right?
Okay.
FB02. You got to change. Let's say 4 documents. 2 documents. Change the assignment field. Okay. 2 documents. Change the reference field. 2 documents. Change the text field. So put your initial there, okay, so that I know who changed what. Okay, put your initial. Okay.
Okay.
Then 1, 2, 3, we got 4. Well, we got 6. Then FB08, which is for reversal. Okay. 2 documents, reverse it. Okay. Now FB01. 2 documents, post opposite entry, which will affect the reversal, which will in effect will be a reversal. Okay. So I'm sure you have questions, right? So what I'm saying is FB02 is for changing the documents. Okay. So if you go to FB02, so let's say 11. So fortunately, we would not see this anymore, right? 11, 26, 25. So that's a change function, right? So what I can do, I can change some of the functions here because I'm in the change mode. See, edit text I can change. I can put my name.
Okay.
Right? Reference, I can put something else, right? So this will help you to understand what documents you could change, what document you cannot change, right? What fields you can change.
Okay.
So if you go here, assignment, you can change. Text field, you can change, right?
Okay. Okay.
Now, great. Then also what you can do, you can reverse the document. Document, do you want to see? No. So that's a function. Once you post it, right? Let's say somebody posted a document, they want to reverse it by mistake.
Okay.
They can go to FB08 and reverse the document. There's a transaction code FB08 here. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, out of these 10 documents, okay, you will take so you take 2 documents and do post a reversal. Okay. Now on the other thing is, let's say one thing you can simply reverse it, FB08. Okay, you can reverse the document. What if I tell you to post a reversal document, which means, so this is the document you posted, right? What if you post 50 cash account, 40 commission brokerage? It's also reversal, right?
Right.
You got it? See, originally you posted this.
Right.
You debited this cash account and you credited the commission brokerage. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this is debit. The credit is always negative, you know, right?
Yeah.
Debit, credit is always negative, and then debit is it's positive.
Debit
whatever.
what comes in. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's say you can reverse it using FB08. Simple, just reverse it.
Okay.
But there's another option is you can post a reversal entry. Posting a reversal entry. There's a difference between posting a reversal entry versus reversing entry. When you post a reverse entry, basically you credit this guy and debit this guy for the same amount.
Okay.
Yes, makes sense?
Right.
Yeah.
So do we just go back in like we normally post?
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
right? You go back in there and then, post a reversal entry.
Okay.
That's what I want you to do for the other two documents. Okay, this is your exercise. So I'm going to post everything here. Alrighty, so that's the end of today's session, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, and then by the way, let's